This special broadcast of AEAC was made possible by Optison Sport Optics, RTI Arms, Diana, Daystate, FX Airguns, Brocock, Air Arms, H&N Sport, Virao Sport, and JSB Match Diablo. And you guys know the best way to thank them. Folks, hi, we're here with Mr. Robert Pellet, owner, founder, inventor of RTI Arms, yes sir, and the priest, and I've spent about the last hour with him and his team, and they've taken me all through the original priest and the second generation priest. But before we get into that, and I promise we're going to go all through it, I want you guys to be able to get to know Rob maybe the way I know him and understand a little bit about who he is, where he's come from, the history of RTI Arms. So you got your start in the Air Force?
Yes, I used to be employed in an Air Force, Slovenian Air Force. So, but at the moment I'm retired for almost 10 years already. We conceived the company it was in 2014. The company is very young. This is our first product. We are trying hard with the second one at the very moment. And this first product is now has been lately modified in a version 2. So we are talking about the Priest 2.
Okay. So before we get into that, you also have a background in television.
Yeah, that is true. My career, I started as an engineer of electronics in a television company.
Okay, so you have an engineering background.
Yeah.
That explains. See, I was wondering how you were able to design and conceive and produce.
I'm responsible actually in a design process for the electronic measurement.
Okay.
I do electronic measurement on the prototypes at the very early stage of development of the gun.
Okay. Now you've been the Priest has been available in the States for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And there was an original version.
Yes.
Which I know is very popular with them. They're always asking me about it, and frankly, this is my first time getting to know Rob and his team and RTI Arms, so I really don't know, how to explain the gun. I do now, because I've been all through it, but there's so many interesting things and so many valuable things going on with, with your product here. Yeah. Could you maybe take them through it, beginning to end, how you did me, and talk about what you're most proud of, what makes the gun special?
Thank you. So the gun was designed as a very compact hunting weapon. Compact and lightweight, to put it in a backpack and to go outdoor and to do hunting or whatever you want to. So the gun, it should be also as powerful as possible and accurate. The accuracy is one of the main important thing for hunting. If one places the pellet on the right place, then hunting could be very effective.
Right.
So we start to design it. We made actually at the beginning 2 parts, and what was our goal to make all dimensions as small as possible. And this is what we achieved.
Now your barrel, if I remember, you told me it's available 177, 22, 25, and 30.
Yeah, those are 4 calibers that we are producing, and what we our goal was also to make a gun with exchangeable caliber. So a customer could buy one gun and exchangeable kit to change the caliber. So one would need 4 additional parts. So a new barrel with a different caliber, a new pellet pusher, a different one, a different magazine, and shroud cover. Shroud cover is also a little bit different. It depends on a caliber. So the caliber is very easy exchangeable. There is just one screw here. We need to untight it, use a special tool, put it inside, pull the barrel out, and exchange it. The same thing is with the pellet pusher. Pellet pusher can be very easily just exchange just what we need to untight, one screw, change the pellet pusher, and then tighten again.
Rob showed me how to do this earlier, guys, and it took about 15 seconds. You simply loosen this Allen screw right here, which is holding the barrel in place. You unscrew this here on the end.
Yes.
Then you take the special tool,
Yes.
which you slide in, and it grips the barrel, and you kind of thread it on to the barrel, and it simply pulls right out. And what I thought was also interesting is up on this end, when you take off that cap, there's also 1/2 inch UNF threads on there so that you can add your own aftermarket moderator if you so desire. Okay. And now back to the barrels. I think you had shared with me earlier, if it's 177, 22, or 25, it's going to be a CZ barrel,
Yeah.
right? And if it's 30, it's going to be a custom Lothar Walther.
Yeah, Lothar Walther. No. For the standard configuration is standard Lothar Walther.
Okay.
But we do offer even high range or high distance additional barrel. This is a custom made. The Lothar Walther made for us, and with that barrel we can achieve a stability of the pellet even at the distance of 100 meters.
Okay. Great.
So, but this is an additional barrel. One need to buy it if he would like to shoot at the higher distance.
Now, if the barrels are going to be interchangeable,
Yeah.
the end user needs to be able to adjust the power or the airflow. And you've done some special things that you showed me, with your upgraded heavier hammer, heavier weighted spring, and also some adjustability here and here. If you want to talk about that?
Yeah. The standard version of the gun, it has company adjusted regulator, and it is adjusted to 125 bar of the pressure. And we have a standard spring here on the back. If one want to deal with let's say higher caliber, then he need to get a power kit with a stronger spring and some additional weight to put it in the hammer. This is need or must for the higher calibers.
2.2 and 2.5, right?
Yeah.
Or no, 2.5 and 3.0.
Yeah. That's 2.5 and 3.0. Why that? That is the must. We would like to achieve a stability of the pellet because the stability range is somewhere between 850 to 950.
Yeah.
So with a heavier pellet, we need some more power to reach the stable velocities of the end.
Okay. But it's more than just adjusting. So if I remember how you explained it, the 17722 probably come with this spring.
Yeah, just the standard spring, no additional stuff, nothing like this. But we have even a high power version. So if one would like to have a high power like 55 joules, with those small calibers, what you need to do is just to install this additional power kit.
Okay, and it's also tunable. Rob was sharing with me, so
yeah.
I'll show you some photographs on the screen. But on the back of the gun here, there's an Allen that where you can adjust the spring. on the tension. And also the regulator is externally adjustable. So do you want to show them on the bottom of the gun? So we can control regulator pressure right here externally on this second gen, but these are going to be optional features. So what that means to you and me is the dealers in the United States, I mean, I know the dealers in the United States, and I'm pretty sure they're going to bring it in with adjustable power, with the adjustable hammer spring or the adjustable regulator, all these sorts of things. But these are options. So if you're in another country watching this and you don't want all these things, there's also a more standard configuration that you can purchase from our RTI. Now, do you want to talk a little bit about the operating pressure? And because you shared some neat things with a probe here and a probe here, your different bottles and the operating pressures.
So we have two bottles. The small one is of 320 cc's, and this carbon fiber bottle is of 500 cc's.
Is this aluminum or steel?
Yeah, this is aluminum.
Okay.
And this one is carbon fiber.
So 320 and 500.
500.
Okay.
Yes. The capacity of this is almost double of the small one, but it is almost 200 grams lighter than the small one. So with this bottle we can we really get very lightweight gun. They are on the 300 bars of pressure. The standard pressure adjusted in a company is 125.
On the regulator?
On a regulator.
Okay.
If there is a need for higher pressure, then we can adjust the regulator for higher pressure. But
how high is okay? What is acceptable?
Acceptable is up to 180 bars.
Okay.
That's what we put if someone wants to have really high power.
Yeah. On the power note, guys, just so you know what territory you're kind of in here, this is a 40, 50, 60 foot-pound of energy rifle. So it's very competitive with all the great stuff we have in the States already.
So here in the backside we have a chamber of 32 cc's of the regulated pressure, and here we have a quick connect for the regulated pressure. And if one want to have even a lightweight airgun, he could remove the bottle and put it on the belt, because we offer very flexible holes to connect the gun here on the regulated input, and the gun became even lighter, and the bottle could be on the belt or maybe in the backpack. This flexible hose is very tiny, very flexible, and it doesn't mean any kind of obstacle shooting from the bottle having somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of our options.
So they shared with me earlier, when you unscrew this bottle, there's a valve in there that closes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything closed. You can easily remove a pressurized bottle. Remove it. The regulator always comes with the bottle, so the bottle would be with the regulator.
Oh, so if you got the bottle for the backpack of the side, it has its own regulator?
Yeah.
Okay, and so the backpack one hooks to here, and then to fill the gun, you're here. To fill this bottle, you're here.
Yeah.
And then this is the which is regulator
pressure and the bottle.
And the bottle pressure. Okay. Cool, got it. Now the trigger and the cocking mechanism. Maybe we turn the gun around, showing this side. Yeah. So I played with this trigger earlier, guys, and it's very easy to adjust for both overall weight, travel, sear engagement, and these are adjustments for the most part you can make externally without having to take anything apart. And it's got a nice, smooth, long first stage. It's super light, that first stage. And then the second stage break it's very clean, and it's very light. Like I felt like that was maybe 8 ounces, but then and this one down here was configured more for like a hunter's gun, and I felt like more about 1.5 pounds. They both felt great in their own way, but just so you guys know, the trigger is every bit as nice as I've experienced on anything else. So, and it's very adjustable.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about here what you're doing different?
Yeah, this is a handle, straight pull handle. It's quite easy to pull it. We can install the magazine from the wall side. The magazine is ambidextrous, so one filling magazine you need to know which side you are installing the magazine to install the pellet properly.
Yeah.
The pellets can be easily filled in the magazine with a finger. The magazine has 2 O-rings holding the pellet on the right position, and we have a stop option. When the magazine is empty, we can fill it because we are not able to push the handle into the front to install the pellet into the barrel.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Now, on the bottom here, is this all standard? Like you talked earlier about how you have a weaver rail, but the weaver rail itself is available in a couple of configurations.
Yeah.
And then this, the weaver rail on the bottom, is this piece standard?
The rail is standard,
Okay.
but not.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. This.
Yeah.
The upper rail, we have 2 of them. The option is for 20 MOA tilted down rail for, let's say, a little bit low power gun to be with the cross still in the center, not to reach the minimum when adjusting a scope.
That's great that you offer that both ways. And it looks like it's replaceable and interchangeable.
Yeah,
if you wanted to have both very easily.
Yeah, okay. There are just 2 screws here on the top. We can see it, and we need to unscrew those screws and replace the rail very easily.
Great. And I think since I kind of stole your thunder there a little bit a minute ago on the trigger, I'm going to turn this around and let you show them where the trigger is adjustable, from the outside, and maybe talk about this a little bit too. I'm going to move you that way a little so we don't fall out of frame.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So they are just 2 parts of the trigger. Quite simple one. The 2 parts. They are very easy to install or to remove it. They are just 2 screws. Here we can remove it. So the trigger works like this, very easily. We can adjust the tension of the spring, and that way we can adjust a force of pull force for the trigger and the travel. The travel is adjusted on the second one. The gun itself has 2 different holes on the.
Here.
The 2 different holes through the cover. So this is new one. The priest one doesn't have like this. It was a little bit differently. Although even the first one was quite good, but this one is very good.
Okay.
This one is very good.
Okay. Great.
Okay, the whole gun is made of. We try to make it as simple as possible. It is very maintainable, easy access to the part, easy way to replace it on a very simple but clever way. Everything performs well and good, even though it looks like a very simple. That's what we would like to achieve, and we achieved it.
Okay. Let me ask you about this, Rob, and I'm just going to move this over so we can stay in the middle of their television set, right? But if you look, there's a difference between this end piece and this end piece. Can you talk a little bit about that?
About the butt?
Yeah, see how this is thicker
this is
than this?
a feature, extended butt. We install screw here inside adjustable to adjust the tension of the spring, and this way we can adjust the power going up or down. And so this but came as an option. So
okay, so it's not Gen 1, Gen 2.
No,
well, this
no,
is the 2, but this is an option even on the 2. Okay. Okay, so the external hammer spring adjuster is optional.
Okay.
Got
it's
it.
Optional, like externally adjustable regulator.
It's optional.
Yes, it is optional.
On the externally adjustable regulator, so do they need to be cautious adjusting it? Do they need to remove the bottle, release the pressure?
No.
Can you talk about that?
Okay. It's very easy adjustable when one wants to adjust the regulator to the higher pressure. When we are lowering the pressure, we need to empty the chamber.
Okay.
So one shot or two shots would be enough to lower the pressure to see what we are doing.
Okay.
And we need to go down, let's say, step by step.
Yeah.
Those steps are the full regulation, let's say, angle is 1.5 turn.
Okay.
So if we're going down, the half of the turn would be the maximum.
Okay.
What we can do.
Okay.
So we need to adjust it 3 times to get to the absolute minimum.
Okay. Is it clockwise or to the right is decreasing regulator pressure?
Yes.
And counterclockwise to the left
right.
increases regulator pressure?
We decrease the regulation turning in a clockwise. So going deeper inside or put more pressure on the spring.
Okay, and if I understood you, it's not something you go crazy with.
No,
one half turn is the full range.
Yeah.
So you want to go very slowly through that 1/2 turn, right?
But half of the turn is 1/3 of the span of the regulated pressure.
Okay.
And we can regulate the pressure up from 50 bars to 200 bars. And the span is really wide.
Okay, great. We talked about a lot of great things. The only other thing I think we need to touch on before we talk about maybe price and when is in Slovenia, they're not permitted to do anything with moderators or baffles.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is void of those. But like I said, on the end, you want to unscrew and show them the 1/2 inch UNF. Yeah.
This cap is made of 2 parts.
Yep.
And at the end we have 1/2 UNF thread. One can put whatever he want to on the end of.
So you can put a Donny or a Trident or a 0dB on our end. Those are the
But there is also almost 4 inch of the empty space here inside. If someone want to, he can put up to 6 buffers inside it and make the gun even big.
Okay.
Go low.
Okay.
In a noise.
You know what we didn't talk about, Rob? The grip.
The grip is a standard AR-15 grip.
Yeah.
It is interchangeable if someone wants to do something else or something special, or to buy another one. This one is quite good one. It's soft to touch, very easy removable and replaceable. We are quite satisfied with this one, but if someone wants to, it's very easy to replace it. And it is standard.
That's standard.
Okay.
AR grip is standard.
If AR is the standard, one can get of different shape, different kind of different material. There are many on the market.
Okay, AR, so many different AR grips. Okay, so money. I know you don't know for sure, right? But there's a standard version, and then there's a fully loaded optional version. Can you give them any idea what you think in the United States retail pricing might be?
In Okay.
You can't hold them to it because this is all kind of new.
What we recommended is 1100 for the standard version of the gun, and equipped with extended butt, externally regulated pressure, then carbon fiber bottle, and tilted rail. I assume that the price would be somewhere in between 15 or 16
Okay.
dollars.
Oh, so that'll be up to the dealer, of course, but that's kind of where we think we're going to land.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We want to see.
Good enough. Well, is there anything before we finish you want to tell them about you, your company? Any final thoughts or messages?
The company is, let's say, quite young. Our production rate at the moment is 300 guns per month, or 3,000 per year. We can easily improve this. The gun is very simple to assembly, except the final assembly is made with the personnel that they are professional. Mm-hmm. But the sub-assemblies, they are very simple. What we are trying is to employ some handicapped people, because they are capable of do whatever from the humanitarian reasons. We will see in the future how we go, but we can easily improve this production rate. But for this moment, this production rate is enough. The barrels, they came from Czech Republic and are machined in Slovenia by our subcontractors, except the muzzle crown and the pellet chamber. These two things are made in the company by hand with the special tools designed by us. And this is the main reason for this is accuracy. We have 100% of control on the output. So every single gun, when it goes out of the company, it goes to the check control, where we check the accuracy and the power. Those two elements are checked, and then we pack them on so we Slovenian are very friendly people, and okay.
So, can I talk about that for a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way this works behind the scenes, guys, and I know a lot of you ask, but when I come here to IWA or I come to SHOT Show, you know, I basically have the time to cover 10 booths, right? Because it's 4 days of just craziness. And I open that opportunity up to the whole industry, and the first 10 organizations that come back and say, yes, AEAC, Steve, can you please come and spend time covering our booth? You know, that's who I go to, and I just want to say that Rob was one of the first to reach out and say, hey, we want to participate, you know, in your 2019 IWA co-op. So I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to share all of this with them.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Plotz.
Right. See you next time.
Yes, sir. That was great.
Bye.